It's a big difference from thinking nature. Somebody is afraid of rain, so rain god. Somebody is afraid of lightning. It's not even close to what we are doing. And we are worshipping nature as worshipping Bhagavan and his unmanifested and manifested power in this whole cosmos.
Radhe Radhe Ramuji. Are Hindus nature worshippers?
Many people say we are nature worshippers. We are not nature worshippers. We are only divinity worshippers. We realize that nature is an expression of divinity. So that is the underlying. We are not the, I shouldn't be even using the word, but that's what they use. So tribal worship of thunder, lightning, we don't worship forces of nature. We realize there is only one divinity which is interspread, which is inherent in the whole nature, and we are worshipping that inherent divinity in the nature by worshipping all these upasana. It's a big difference from thinking nature. Somebody is afraid of rain, so rain god. Somebody is afraid of lightning. It's not even close to what we are doing. We first understand the evolution of the whole cosmos and then we do upasana. Summa upasana pandrom because of you are afraid. It shows the person who is analyzing Sanatana Dharma problems. You see, because what we have is also the container which explains has to be clean. So the one who sees all these things has his own problem, cobwebs. He is now thrusting the cobwebs of his mind onto our religion. That is the reason why மூலத்தை பார்க்காம இந்த translated books, academic books மட்டும் பார்த்தா ரொம்ப problem. Because they have no idea what we are talking. Some of them have absolutely no idea. Some have good idea, but they don't want to tell it because of other agendas. See? And so that is the reason why மூலத்தை பார்த்து the grandness அப்பதான் புரியும். We are not worshipping nature. We know this whole nature is the power of Bhagavan, and we are worshipping nature as worshipping Bhagavan and his unmanifested and manifested power in this whole cosmos. So we understand the integration of Bhagavan and his creation, the relationship between a Shaktiman and a Shakti. So what we are worshipping in these things in the nature is actually worshipping Bhagavan. So when you are worshipping a Guru's Kirtanam, it means I know very well the Kirtanam came from my Guru. That's why I'm worshipping him. Not because in the Kirtanam Allah I'm not worshipping. I know the source. And I'm worshipping my Guru through worshipping Madhura Gita. You see? Then you realize they are somebody who knows what they are doing. But unfortunately, if people don't understand that, they call it, nature worship. In fact, I suspect most of these so-called Western intelligentsia who completely dismissed many of the ancient cultures in Europe and in America and other places where they said they were all worshipping nature, etc. And many of them were persecuted in the medieval age because they were worshipping nature. They have a name for all that. They didn't. Maybe even the tribes understood the relationship between divinity and nature, consciousness and its manifestation. Now we have to go by what they tell us only. You just say this is what he did and finish that person also, then where is the defense for that person? And Hinduism, Mahangal Rikaliya, they tried the same thing. There were forces which were against our wonderful religion. I'm not telling you a conspiracy theory. And why I'm telling you all this is not to hate those people, but to love our matam even more so that we can explore even more and feel the grandness of our matam. Out of love only I'm telling this, not out of aversion towards others. But nobody could do anything with Hinduism because Mahangal, there they had only philosophy and maybe one or two what they called prophets and Mahatmas and enlightened souls. Even those were persecuted, you see. In India, we know how to disagree and worship also. We disagree with some of the philosophers, we worship them also. We tell them, Rishi, but my Rishi has a little different opinion. Rishi Damba. Nobody ever personally attacked other philosophers. The philosophy was attacked with gusto, but the philosopher was worshipped. That's the beauty of the Indian. Adinala our acceptance. Adinala Sanatana Dharma stood the ravages of time. That's why it is Sanathanam. ஏன்னா அப்படிப்பட்ட மதம்.
Radhe Radhe. I understand that we do not worship nature, we worship divinity. I realize that by worshiping sources of nature, we are actually worshiping the inherent divinity that lies in nature, and that nature is the power of Bhagavan. Radhe Radhe.
I understand that one of the reasons our Dharma has stood the test of time is because of its grand quality of acceptance. Even if a philosophy may have been debated, the Mahatmas behind it were always revered and treated with respect.